What has Oni done wrongly by greeting Tinubu by Moses Olafare? Empowered by a right to my opinion on any matter of public interest as constitutionally guaranteed and morally justified, I herein express my take on this viral picture sadly misinterpreted by millions of concerned Nigerians, descendants of Oduduwa in particular, to mean that the Oni of Ife, Arole Oduduwa Olofin Adimula Oni Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja too had, during an event in Lagos, left his seat to greet Asiwaju of Lagos, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in a manner which they found unacceptable and sacrilegious. Even though it is not in the style of the palace of the Oni of Ife, Ile Oodua, or that of Baba Oni himself to formally respond to or make official statements on issues like this, but the inundation of public re- reactions has necessitated a non-official personnel presentation of the true account from me. This I have to do not in my official capacity but as a stakeholder and public affairs analyst, only with a view to assuaging the sad feelings of the millions of Nigerians who have expressed dissatisfactions based on the inexplicit picture. While I am in appreciation of your genuine outburst of out of love, following your quick interpretation of the inexplicit picture, the video released by Face TV Africa and herein attached has thus revealed that Kabiyesi never left his seat to go and greet Asiwaju Tinubu or anybody as earlier ostensibly judged. Baba Oni had on Sunday arrived venue of the coronation ceremony of the new Oniru of Iru in Lagos State, His Royal Majesty Oba Gbolahan Lawal, while Lagos Deputy Governor Dr. Femi Hamzat was making a speech on behalf of the governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The Deputy Governor, as a mark of honor, paused to allow the Arule Oduduwa ushered to the high table where his seat had been reserved. Right there on the high table, some dignitaries, including the business mogul Alhaji Razak Okoya, had already stood to welcome Baba Oni along the way, and in his characteristic humility, he started greeting everyone on the high table while he walked quickly to take his reserved seat, which was 2 seats after Tinubu's. Should he have ignored Tinubu? Let me emphasize against the wrong notion that Kabiyesi left his seat to stand greeting Asiwaju Tinubu, who had remained seated responding to the royal greetings. He came in, greeted people along the way to his seat in his characteristic humility, and people seated on the high table, including Asiwaju, also acknowledged and greeted Kabiyesi in different ways they choose to do it. Reciprocated or not, humility is key in the strength of the Oni Ogunwusi leadership style, which he has vowed to exhibit for as long as he exists on this earth. He came from a humble background, having been born and raised by humble parents. He ascended the sacred throne of Oduduwa humbly, and he will forever manage the throne very humbly. This is not a press release from the palace of the Oni of Ife, Ile Oodua, but my personal intervention as a stakeholding descendant of Oduduwa, progenitor of our race. Thank you and God bless you as I apologize to those of you who may be offended by this piece. That what has Oni done wrongly by greeting Tinubu. So guys, this whole thing has been going on for some days now, saying that Oni, with his um, as with the power bestowed on him, because normally, no matter how little you are, no matter how small you are, irrespective of age, it has nothing to do with the throne. Whosoever that is older than the person who is occupying that throne as must prostrate and greet the Oba, no matter the age of the Oba of that particular area. So it's like now reverse is the case, that people are now saying, why would a Oba went to go and greet a Tinubu to, in that manner, and that has been busting the internet, that this is sacrilege, this is that. But and that is why this particular writer is coming out. I don't know. He said he's not writing on the, it's not a press statement from the Oba or for the palace. He just feels that as a stakeholder in the Yoruba land, he just feels that that was not what really happened. He's just trying to justify it. I don't know whether that is the truth, because seeing that pictures alone, it speaks a volume. But let's hear what people are still saying based on what has been happening and what this writer is about to, or is still trying to, whether to convince the people. Well, what is wrong is that Ashiwaju has disgraced us by not standing up to honor Uni. Okay? Someone say you are just not making sense. Okay, disgrace your what? Who is this disgrace? Who did he disgrace? And someone is okay agreeing to that statement. Yes, very correct. Tinubu should have stood up to reciprocate the Oni's greeting. It is disrespectful in the highest order. This writer should have allowed the sleeping dog to remain sleeping instead of trying to do a yeoman's job. Thank you, bro. In another vein, Tinubu was proclaiming elderliness without cognizance of the revered post of Adimuwa or Sir. Some say, yes, they are very correct that Tinubu has disgraced the Yoruba land or the Yoruba people, according to this person commenting. But some people really say it is true. Someone said to me, I don't see anything wrong according to your explanation that Oni's seat was 2 seats apart after Tinubu, but for Tinubu to be sitting when Oni came to him to greet him shows sign of uncultured to traditional culture. Tinubu is not big to stand up when Oni was greeting him. You will never see Obasanjo acting in that manner. Is this Tinubu become If this Tinubu become the president, I don't know what will happen. Nigerians put more energy into irrelevant things. No wonder we are where we are. Tinubu sitting down, KBC greeting doesn't reduce or enlarge any of them. Those of you complaining should go and look for work to do. Black man, really? Someone say, I like your response, man. Oludu, ask Oni to stand up to greet you. While you are on seat. I am sure you are one of Tinubu's political thugs. Okay, definitely from your comment, you are not a Yoruba person, so you can not feel the hurt that the Yorubas feel by this scenario. The position of Oni is like that of a deity in Yoruba land. No true son or daughter of Yoruba will disrespect the rightful occupier without repercussions. Of course, people always say black man, black man. Black man is a black man. We have our culture. There are some things that we need to sieve. There are some things that we need to retain. We have our culture. You can't say black man. Yes, that is our culture. You cannot say, oh, that is where we are having the problem. People always, we have relegated ourselves to the extent that everything that comes from us, we always think it is bad because that is what they have made you to believe. If that is the white man's culture, they have their culture, we have our culture, and we have to hold on to it. You cannot change your skin. You cannot change your environment. You cannot change the food you eat. You cannot change the way you behave. We are so different. And that is what a lot of people don't get. Because I find that thing not really too comfortable, that statement not too comfortable that, oh, black man. What has that black man got to do? The white man can never do what you are doing. And that does not mean that everything that a black man does is bad, is evil. We have our culture. And that's why some people will just come out. Even this English that we are speaking, are we supposed to be speaking it in the first place? To the extent, if some people will think that if you don't speak English, you are not enlightened, you are not somebody. I don't just understand. And there's a particular way we still want to speak. We still want to speak like the white people. If you don't have that accent, oh my goodness, they castigate you. They tell you, oh, this one speak Yoruba English, or you speak Igbo English, you speak outside. What is the problem with us? We have our own culture, and we must imbibe with that, in as much it is not detrimental to the lives of people. Everything you just want to do, you both in or you both in, they have their own culture, and they will never even take a little of your culture whatsoever, even in as much they stayed with us for the fact they came to colonize us. They will never, because they don't see anything good in us, and they are selling that narrative to us, and we begin to follow and fall in line up to today. No, I don't know, all of us, just few people that their hairs are up. The rest people, everybody wants to do things in the line of the white people because it's offensive. Oh, black man, what does that black man? That is our culture. You can't change it. You will never change it. And the white man that you want to try to copy will never even recognize you, no matter how you speak the accent, no matter how you speak whatever, no matter how you stay there for a very long time, they don't still recognize you. Mere looking at you as a black person, it speaks volume. So why would you want to kill yourself because of somebody? What makes you think that everything they do is right because of this inferiority complex? That is the culture, and it has to be followed. It is not as if people are overreacting or people are paying attention to irrelevant things. No, 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 no. Because of all those little things, we call them. Some people call it little things. All those little things have formed big things that we can't even control. If you cannot handle little things, when big things begin to come, you will be overwhelmed. That is just the way it is. So this thing has been busting on the social media. Why would the Tinubu do that? Why will he do this? Why will he do that? That is just it. No matter how this writer will want to try to paint it, no wonder he's already apologizing. Not that he's speaking on behalf of the palace. So that is just the way it is. Well, so guys, let us hear your opinion concerning this. Thank you.